outside though.
Hello guys, it's me, Michael Gene Jackson, here again to do this last reaction. And I'm reacting to a YouTuber's response to the alleged drama that's going on with Xenoverse 3. I don't know what's going on there, and neither does my little guy, but we're gonna react, and if there's some bullshit in it, we're gonna make fun of it. So, without further ado, let's get into it.
Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3 sucks, or does it? Because after the newest trailer and gameplay reveal, the entire community suddenly switched up on this game almost overnight. One day everyone was calling it the next big Dragon Ball game, and the very next day, people were saying it looks terrible, that it plays like Breakers, that the new mechanics ruined Xenoverse, and that Bandai completely missed the point.
Okay, how many seconds in, and I'm already seeing red flags with this video.
Yeah, we were only 22 seconds in.
It's like 22 seconds in, and I'm already seeing red flags in the video. First thing first, in the intro, why the fuck is he using the sound effect? That's 18 points off the intro. Like, I'm sorry.
Honestly, that sound effect is overused.
Yes.
It was funny at first.
Yeah. It was, but now it's just overplayed.
Yeah.
Next thing. These people said it was going to be the next big thing, and then as soon as they seen it, they switched overnight. They did. Without even giving the game a chance, because the game's not even out yet. The game isn't going to be out for about, like, what, 2-3 years? Because you know how Xenoverse works. They make a game come out, and then it comes out ahead of time. Then they have a couple bugs, and then they have to fix it.
I feel like the combat hasn't changed an extreme amount. It's mainly the UI of the combat,
the interface of the thing.
Yeah,
and
the mechanics aren't different.
Yeah, it's just like the first two games. So like, there's no really change there. So like, I don't see why people are complaining.
I'd say they even made it a little bit easier, because now that I'm looking at it, boost chase is only L1 now instead of X and square.
X and square and L2 and all that. Yeah.
So
but I
feel like people should just give it a chance. I don't know.
Yeah, me too.
Looking through all of these criticisms, I honestly think people are massively overreacting.
Yep.
A lot of the criticism either comes from misunderstandings, or people judging an unfinished game after watching just a couple minutes of gameplay. So let's break this down one criticism at a time. The biggest complaint by far, Soul Switch. I understand why people hate it.
Okay, first off, it's not called Soul Switch. It's called Soul Change. Oh, God.
Entire appeal of Xenoverse has always been your custom character.
Duh.
So when people saw a mechanic that temporarily transforms you into cast characters, they immediately thought, what's the point of making my own character? And that's a fair first impression. But here's the thing. Soul Switch is completely optional.
Thank you.
It's a broken skill. If you don't like it, don't use it. Soul Switch isn't replacing transformations, it's just another option. Calling the entire game trash over one optional mechanic is a little ridiculous. And honestly, soul-based mechanics aren't even new to Xenoverse. In the final battles of both Xenoverse 1 and 2, the souls of the Dragon Ball cast appear beside your character and help you fight. Xenoverse 3 might just be expanding that concept into an actual gameplay system, so I'm willing to wait and see before judging it. Next, the cooldown system. A lot of people hate that skills now have cooldowns, but honestly...
Okay, why? There's a lot of games like this that have cooldown systems.
See, on that though, it's like, yeah, a cooldown isn't that serious, but at the same time, we've gone so long in this game. It's been about 15 years without a cooldown, so I feel like suddenly adding a cooldown to the moves would drastically change a lot of people's gameplay.
It'll change the gameplay without people spamming the same shit over and over. Like, I get that. I get that for the spamming aspect, but this isn't the first time Dragon Ball's had something like this.
It's not. Yeah,
Dragon Ball had something like this in Battle of Z when they had a cooldown system to get your key back, because remember, you couldn't charge that shit.
Ooh. I remember it was like that in one other Dragon Ball game we played too. You couldn't charge it.
Yeah.
You get it from fighting.
Yeah. So people saying that this is the first time that it's gonna have a cooldown system, that's bullshit, because if you look back in the PS3 and the PS2 era, there was a lot of Dragon Ball games in the PS2 and the PS3 era that had cooldown moments. Especially when they had made the Tenkaichi series, all the androids had a cooldown system. All the androids had a cooldown system. They couldn't charge it until the thing was at max.
See, I didn't even know that part. That's crazy. That's interesting though.
Yeah.
And
it made sense for the androids, because the androids had infinite ki. So in the first three Dragon Ball Budokai Tenkaichi games, all the androids had a cooldown system. But only the androids. The only android that didn't have it was Cell. But 19, Dr. Gero, 16, 15, 14, they all had cooldown systems. So the fact that people are having a bitch fit over a cooldown system, it's crazy to me, because this has always been a thing in Dragon Ball games. Like, at this point, Dragon Ball is known for that.
Doesn't that make the game more balanced? One of the biggest problems in Xenoverse 2 was move spam.
Yeah.
Players could abuse the same attack over and over with nothing stopping them.
Yeah.
Instead of asking yourself, can I use this move? You're now asking, should I use this move right now or save it? That's a much more interesting decision, and it's something Xenoverse has honestly needed for a long time.
Yeah,
then there's
they
the
did.
stamina overhaul. Bandai is merging ki and stamina into one unified resource system.
What?
Okay, what? Wait, what? No.
That's actually stupid.
Next.
That's genuine. Oh, crap.
That makes no sense. Now you're gonna have to.
They lost me on that.
Now you're gonna have to reserve everything. You're gonna have to be really careful about what you use and
That's
when
what
you
I'm
use it.
saying. You can't dodge certain attacks if you just use your super. Like, you're telling me if I blast somebody, I can't get out of it.
And then they dodge it, and then you're wide open. You're basically fucked and cooked.
Like, I don't know. I feel like merging it makes no sense.
Yeah.
I feel like the amount, because I feel like they're definitely gonna get a lot of
They're gonna get a lot of backlash for that.
Yeah.
They're gonna get a lot of backlash for that alone. They're gonna get a lot of backlash for that alone, because Dragon Ball is not known for doing that. They can't say that they never tried it, because they did try it once with the Battle Z mechanic, and it didn't work. It just didn't work. If you lost your ki, you lost your stamina.
Mm.
And it didn't work. So why are they doing that again?
Oh no, that doesn't make sense. They're probably gonna take it out, because they're definitely gonna get a lot of criticism.
They're gonna get a lot of backlash.
A lot of criticism.
That's gonna be the first things that people are gonna talk about.
Yeah.
That's gonna be one of the first things people are gonna talk about.
I bet if it's in the game when the game first comes out, by the first 3-4 patch updates, it's gonna be gone.
Yeah.
It's gonna be gone.
It's
gonna be one of the most complained.
It's gonna be one of the most complained things, and they're gonna try to nerf it, then they're gonna remove it after the sixth patch.
Because that's genuinely stupid. I understand people giving criticism for that, because that one just
that don't make sense. That don't make sense. Ugh.
Using burst mechanics, taking special attacks all affect it, while charging helps recover it. It reminds me of Kakarot's focus mechanic.
I don't care if you got a charging mechanic. That's not gonna.
So, every move you do is in one. Every mechanic you uses ki or stamina. Is in one. That's stupid.
That's stupid.
That's genuinely stupid.
They basically combined ki sickness and stamina sickness all in the one. What?
I don't even make sense.
Oh, that that makes my brain
They're
twitch.
trying too hard on the game.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, at least we know it's not going to come out rushed or anything.
Yeah. No, but still,
they're being too creative. That's nah.
They're taking too many liberties with that one.
Yeah, that's too far outside the box.
Yeah. No, that.
Where resource management matters just as much as attacking. I actually like that idea.
Why?
It's become less about charging in the corner and more about managing your resources throughout the battle. My only real complaint here is the bar placement. What?
Your only real complaint here is the bar placement?
Yeah.
Excuse me.
He don't play the game for it.
Seriously, question. Are you fucking high? Like...
He's gotta be.
Like, your only complaint is the bar placement? Your only complaint is the bar placement.
The bar placement is bad, though. Right in the middle of the screen.
Yeah, that's retarded.
It should be in a corner.
But I'm pretty sure that's gonna be adjustable.
Hopefully. I mean, it's not too bad.
It's not too bad.
In the middle of the screen, but it doesn't make sense for it to be.
Yeah, it don't make sense. Like, and usually things like that, they usually adjust it. But yeah, it's not nothing he should be complaining about. The stuff that we're complaining about right now in this reaction video, he should already be complaining about. We shouldn't have to point it out.
Okay, so another thing, I agree with you on that. But another thing I just noticed, there's only one ultimate attack right now. I don't agree with that.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
That...
One ultimate attack? If you look at the list of attacks...
Yes!
It's only one ultimate attack you can use. Because the super attacks has different button combinations.
Yeah. And like, for example, look at the first two games. You don't just have one ultimate attack. You have a plethora of attacks you can use. But just with one... That's not gonna last. That's gonna be another thing they're gonna criticize, and then they're gonna end up changing it.
I don't know.
I'm not really sold on it yet.
Yeah, okay.
Why is it sitting in the middle of the screen? It's distracting and belongs under the health bar. That's an easy fix, though. The mechanic itself, people are way too early to judge. Now the comparisons to Breakers, Battle of Z, and Kakarot. I genuinely don't understand where this is coming from. Kakarot? Visually, sure. I can see
why they say a lot of those things, because we called them out earlier.
Some inspiration, cleaner lighting, more detailed environments, smoother camera. But gameplay? Not even close. The Breakers? Come on. That's an asymmetrical survival game.
Okay, with the Breakers... I can see it with the soul change, because they got something called the soul transfer in the Breakers, and you can turn into Goku and all them. Like, no, I get it.
Xenoverse is an arena action RPG. Sharing a few visual effects doesn't make them the same game. Battle of Z? I actually went back and watched gameplay specifically because of this comparison. And the only similarity I noticed was the UI style. That's it. Xenoverse 3 still looks like Xenoverse at its core.
Of course.
Yeah.
Flying, combos, supers,
of course,
transformations, just modernized. And I think what's making people uncomfortable is that for the first time in a decade, Bandai is actually changing the formula. If Xenoverse 3 played exactly like Xenoverse 2, people would call Bandai lazy. Now they're changing things?
Meet my bestie.
Damn advertisements in the middle of the reaction video, those will kill me.
Online courses, she can be a student and an adventurer. She's an Ander.
Shut it up.
Supporting the whole you.
The Tempur-Pedic breeze makes sleep feel cool. So
hold on, guys. Oh, these reactions and the advertisements and
all night long. Find cooler sleep with the Tempur Breeze collection at an Ashley near you.
If patients use Pronamel clinical enamel strength, it will actually help to protect the enamel for a lifetime.
I hate the advertisements that have nothing to do with what you're watching or reacting to. Like,
is a good time.
They just...
For a little spoonful of love.
Don't do it for me.
Lickable spoon.
Deliciously delectable delectables.
Good day, sir.
Oh,
Wait, you like Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
And people are upset. It isn't exactly like Xenoverse 2. They were never going to win that argument.
It's not supposed to be.
Is also the Sparking Zero effect. The hype before that game was insane, then launch day hit, and reality set in. Now, the community has swung to the complete opposite extreme, and immediately assumes the worst about every new Dragon Ball game. Being cautious is fine, but writing off an unfinished game after a few minutes of early footage is going too far. Another concern I've seen is that
that's
people are
definitely-
worried we won't have many playable Dragon Ball characters
That's
because
definitely
the
makes
focus seems to be
sense.
on custom characters. I don't think that's something.
Oh, there definitely is like an open world RPG game.
Yeah, it is, and that's what I wanted. That's
Okay, yeah, that's what I wanted for a while too. So, yeah.
so that works. And let's go back to what he just said. People are worried we're not gonna have custom characters. Now, before I go on my tangent and start yelling, little guy, we both know what Xenoverse 1 and 2 were about when they first came out. We knew it was about custom characters. So why the fuck are they worried about them?
Oh no, why
They-
are they worried about that?
They worried about the fact that there won't be any custom characters.
Just because you could have the option to use a soul change as an awoken skill doesn't mean created characters are taken out of the picture.
Like,
that was just,
that's just so... Next, that's so
I didn't
stupid.
even think, because if it's called soul change, if you switch into, you know, a Dragon Ball cast member,
Yeah.
what are you switching from? Obviously a created character.
Yeah, like,
People aren't thinking that.
yeah, I just see it as a genjutsu or a transformation jutsu. Like, no offense, different anime, but the answer still applies.
Anyone needs to worry about. We're definitely getting the main cast characters. All of those are basically guaranteed. The only difference is
We're supposed to. It's a Dragon Ball game. You can't have a Dragon Ball game without Vegeta, Kakarot, Gohan, Piccolo, Bulma, Trunks, Tien, Krillin, Yamcha, any of them.
Or Frieza.
You can't, yeah, Frieza and Cell and Buu. You can't have a Dragon Ball game without any of the stars of the show. It's gonna be stupid.
People aren't
Think before you post a video. That way, shit won't come out of your mouth when you speak.
People are criticizing
A game that's
Dai for things being Dai hasn't even done.
yeah, and the game's not even out yet. The game won't be out for about a year.
That's what I'm saying. People need to have some patience.
Now look, I get why they're worried, because when Sparking Zero came out, they were all excited and blah blah blah, and then when the game came out and people saw gameplay footage of it, it was bare bones. But that don't mean it's gonna apply for this game here.
For me, it was Breakers. Breakers was hyped up crazy, and it wasn't really that good.
Yeah, it wasn't.
It was I could be honest, it was like a 6 out of 10.
Yeah, it was like a 5 or a 6 out of 10 for me too. So it's like,
It wasn't a terrible game.
yeah,
honestly,
I'd
but
still
it's
buy
just-
it and play it, but I wouldn't play it every day.
It's not one of those games that really got me. So I seen it, I was like, yeah, I'm not getting that.
Me too. I was saying the same thing, but I did play it though.
You like that?
Yeah, I liked it. I didn't hate it. I got the premise, but I'm like, it's not something I could play for hours on end. I can be invested in.
I don't think we'll have as many characters at launch as Xenoverse 2 currently has. And honestly, that makes complete sense. Xenoverse 2
How? How does that make complete sense? How does that make complete?
Wait, what did he just say?
He said,
People would call Bandai lazy. Now they're changing things, and people are upset. It isn't exactly like Xenoverse hit and reality set in. Now, the community has swung to the complete opposite extreme, and immediately assumes the worst about every new Dragon Ball game. Being cautious is fine. sense. Xenoverse 2 has almost 10 years of DLC. I don't think we'll have as many characters at launch as Xenoverse 2 currently has. And honestly, that makes complete sense. Xenoverse 2 has almost 10 years.
Oh no, look, I understand what he's saying, but he should have worded it.
He should have worded it better.
He should
Like,
have worded it different.
like I understand what he's saying too, but the way he worded it just made me like,
At first I didn't. At first I thought he meant like it shouldn't have enough characters. It's a different game. He just means like because it's been so long how that game has been running.
Yeah.
It's gonna have more characters.
Yeah.
At the start of Xenoverse 3.
Yeah, I get what you're saying now.
Years of DLC behind it. Bandai is rebuilding from the ground up on a completely new engine, which means every character needs updated models, animations, effects, and mechanics.
Yeah, that makes
Everything
sense.
has to be rebuilt. So if the launch roster is a little smaller, I'm okay with that. I'd rather have fewer polished characters than hundreds of rushed ones.
Yeah, that
Knowing
makes
Bandai,
sense.
they're
It'll
not
just
going
be
to
like,
stop
dang, all these
supporting this
characters
game
are fun.
after launch.
Versus
Now, for my
it's a
actual
little bit of
criticisms.
characters, but these are good
The
characters.
UI is my biggest complaint.
Yeah.
It feels messy, generic, and honestly doesn't feel like Dragon Ball at all. If you drop this interface into another...
What did he just say?
Bro, what?
Okay with that. I'd rather have fewer polished characters than hundreds of rushed ones. And knowing Bandai, they're not going to stop supporting this game after launch. Now, for my actual criticisms. The UI is my biggest complaint. It feels messy, generic, and honestly doesn't feel like Dragon Ball at all. If you
What
drop
the-
this interface into another anime game, nobody would notice.
What the-
Dragon Ball has always had a recognizable visual identity, and this doesn't capture it. Hopefully Bandai cleans it up
Ooh,
before
I do
launch because it would
understand
make the
what
whole
he's
game
saying.
feel
He says that,
much
but he's
better.
completely wrong.
My second criticism,
Yeah.
I can see where
the
he's
transformation
coming from,
time.
but you
Me
can
too.
still tell it's Dragon Ball.
Yeah, you could still tell it's Dragon Ball. It's just not as color with the oily shell shaded look, the cell shaded look that they have for Xenoverse 2. Because when the first two games came out, they kind of had like an oily, greasy, shell shaded look, and this doesn't have that. This is more like hand drawn and printed on a printer.
Yeah, like it almost looks kind of 3D.
Yeah.
I'll explain that.
And you can't help that because this was one of Akira Toriyama's last works before he passed. So this is what he wanted.
If transformations really do have a time limit like Soul Switch, that's a big problem. One of the best feelings in Xenoverse 2 is transforming and staying powered up as long as you want. It feels rewarding. A timer takes that away, and we already tried time transformations in Xenoverse 1. Most players hated it. This is the one thing I really hope Bandai removes before launch. Outside of those complaints though, I'm genuinely excited.
They
The
never
apartment
said all the
customization,
open
the
skills
new
for
hub
time,
world,
they only
the
said
more cinematic camera.
A
It
couple
all
of
feels
them.
more alive and immersive
And that's
than
the-
anything we had in Content
And that's
City.
not even much.
And
It's
yes,
like the
some character models
characters.
still need polish, but this game isn't coming out tomorrow. It's still in active development, and Bandai has plenty of time to improve things.
Yeah, they do.
Monthly reveals are already starting, so we're going to keep getting new information leading up to release. And that's the most exciting part. No official release
They
date
definitely
yet,
have to have
but my
that
prediction is early
Yeah.
2027.
Yeah,
February, March,
if
maybe
they don't,
April.
I'm gonna cry
The
and I will
marketing
lose
pace
faith in the
feels
company.
very similar to Sparking
Mr.
Zero.
Opportunity
That's
on
just
the
my
DLC.
prediction though, nothing confirmed. Let's stop acting like Xenoverse 3 is already a failure. Criticize it, give Bandai feedback, tell them what needs fixing. Absolutely. But we haven't seen the full combat, proper 1v1 gameplay, high-level players, all the transformations, all the races, or the full story. We've barely scratched the surface. So yes, there are valid criticisms. But let the game cook. It's still in the oven. It's the end of the month, so you know what time it is. Community Spotlight. First up, Brandon Art actually recreated my avatar, which was originally made by Spinnick. And bro, he cooks so hard I love it. The second one is from Julio Dim, who made this amazing manga art. I love it a lot. Keep cooking, bro. Next is Bowser Jax, who made this Goku from Namek, and it's amazing. He cooked hard. After
too.
that, we've got Joe, who made this Tournament of Power finale art. And it's
Oh.
fantastic.
Yo, these are
Amazing, bro. Keep
This-
cooking.
this
And the
is
last
good
one
shit.
from Rip Shadow Mine, who drew UI Goku blindly. And wow, that's a talent. It's
On notebook
absolutely
paper
amazing.
like that?
So yeah, that's
What?
about it.
That- no,
Like the
that's
video,
genuinely
subscribe,
fine,
we're
because
trying to
on
reach
notebook paper
25k,
with the marker,
and drop your biggest
it bleeds
Xenoverse
through
3
so much
criticism
that
in the
people
comments.
basically
I'm
like-
curious to hear what you guys
So
think.
for him,
Until next
I
time, take
know
care
that
and see ya.
person had to take mad hours to do that.
Okay, promotion for Xenoverse 2, final chapter.
I had a fun life. Thanks to you.
Okay. There's a lot to unpack there. Let's see, where do I begin? There's some good, there's some bad, and there's some things he just didn't make sense on. I do like the futuristic aspect of the game and what it has to offer. But yeah, some of the stuff that the guy was saying, I got where he was coming from, but